Alright, so we're gonna do an intro. Alright, quiet on set. Okay. Alright, ready and go.
Hi everybody, I'm here, but unfortunately it's not with Glads, I'm sorry. But it's a different format. Glads are good, but there's the way the format's playing, it's too hard for the board, it just gets cracked. So I decided I was going to play last Thursday Prank Kids again, and I ended up winning the whole tournament again. So I'm sticking with this deck for a little bit, at least until I think tomorrow Blazing Vortex drops, doesn't it? So we'll get Tri-Brigade Kit and
Kit's
Revolution and stuff, and
in.
then go back to messing with Tri-Brigade Glads a little bit more. But I had a lot of fun with this deck. You mean that deck that's been topping everywhere?
Yeah, that's the
Tri-Brigade Lyrilisk, I think. You guys will have to excuse my little lisp. Or like it sounds like I got peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth. I went and got new teeth. After a long time, I was able to get the money and get my teeth done. So, but if you guys can bear with me on that one, I'll try to explain my choices and what I think of the deck. Prank Kids is definitely tier 1 or tier 1.5. I'm leaning more towards tier 1. The deck does a lot. It puts up a decent board, but more importantly than that, it's got 15 one-card combos, so it makes it so much easier to just break an opponent's board. So we'll go ahead and get into it, so that way they don't have to wait much longer.
Oh, shoutouts?
Shoutouts to you, my friend Austin Johnston. He's doing a lot better. He's got he took second actually Thursday when I won first. He took second with Eldritch Numeron.
Dragoon.
Dragoon.
He had Dragoon.
He was playing a mashup of shit. Shoutouts to you, him. Shoutouts to Rivals Gaming. Shoutouts to let me find his name here. And excuse me if I butcher it, but I have a new fan that found me on Facebook. I'm trying to get it to load here. My phone is slow. Barris, I think. This guy. I shout out to this guy. he got a hold of me the other day. We've just been talking about Glads and stuff back and forth. So, and shout out to all my other fans and stuff that are following me along the way. So, me and Sam are right now. We're working on getting my own channel up and running and getting all that stuff going. So just stay tuned. It'll be out there eventually. So, but. Without, further ado, let's get into this fun deck that people seem to hate. So standard, you just play the 3 of each Prank Kid. The Dropsies, the Roxies, the Fansies, and the Lampsies. Just 3 of each. I would not play any less.
Yeah.
It's... I love them. They're all fun and games until somebody gets burned in time and then they hate you.
Yay, win in time.
And then that's it for the main monster. That's literally all you play. And then the hand traps I decided to play was Triple Ash and Triple Droll. Ash just because it's your standard hand trap. It's good right now. It's always good. I don't think Ash will ever really be bad until Crossout Designator. Droll I decided to play because at my locals anyway, there's a lot of Dogmatica invoked, or Dogmatica mixtures period, and Droll just really kind of ends their turn if they're going first. Also, it's really good against Rogue. It hits a lot of Rogue decks that search a lot. Glads. Just kidding, we can play through more than one search. One of the biggest reasons I mained it though was because of Drytron. Drytron is becoming very, very fluent in our locals, and same with VFD Turbo, Virtual World. They're very big too. So I think Droll is definitely worth maining now until the format decides to, mold itself into some other garbage. Onto the spells. I play the triple place. A lot of people only play 2. I like 3. It just guarantees me a Prank Kid. This just makes it's another 1-card combo. It also forces Ash sometimes, so that means if you have another Prank Kid, If you do that first and they ash it, then that's fine because then you can normal your prank kid and keep going and they have nothing for a dodo. So I played triple pandemonium, the quick play fusion. I like it at 3. I think it's great. I'd like to keep it there. I don't want to take any out or anything.
Watch out for the ban list.
This card won't get hit. If anything, Meow Meow should get hit. But the deck's not doing that much for it to, you know. I mean, it did win the regional qualifier. They went, what, 8-0?
Yeah, they were crazy good.
It was crazy. And I looked at his build, and I liked it. But what I didn't like is it was just primarily going second full of all, you know, blowout cards. And I just don't, you know, I'm not a net decker, so I just build my own.
And it's crazy.
The other fusion stuff, I play 3 polys. A lot of people don't like this because it's a brick. I don't think it's a brick. Because a lot of times you open up with multiple prank kids, let's say you normal 1, and your opponent ashes it, or, you know, ghost bells it, because that's a real prevalent hand trap right now, and it's annoying. As long as you have a poly card in hand, either this one, and you have 6 of them, so you can just still fuse with the one in hand and the Meow Meow on board, and still make the rocket. Ooh. So you can still go places.
Okay.
So it doesn't hinder your combo as much, but you got to change it a little bit. And for the last fusion card, I played the 1 Thunder Dragon fusion. Just 1. A lot of people cut it. I still like it because it's a free butler. It also allows you to banish your prank kids off of Roxy's and still put them back in the deck.
Oh, yeah.
Then for the last prank kid cards, I just play 1 pranks and 1 plan. I normally dump this off of Fancies first, get it back with Dodo so you can start recycling your stuff. And then this is what I do on my opponent's turn. I dump it, or on my on my turn too.
Damage step.
That really comes in handy to put all that stuff back. It really does. The standard spells that I play, I just triple droplet. I main deck droplets. I like it. It's very good. It also gives you a way to put this in grave, so if you do see it in your hand. It's just droplets. I mean, it's a quick play Dark Ruler no more. It's great to have in the main deck. You know, it outs multiple problems. It allows you to play through Vanity's Ruler, because when Drytron goes first, it really sucks. I play the 1 Terraforming, you know, obviously, field spells. 1 Call by, great one of. Monster Reborn, I don't really use it as much. I never see it.
I mean, it's great when you top deck it.
It's great when you top deck it, but going first, it's me. It helps you make Toad. Instant Fusion, because it's still a blowout card in this deck. 1 set rotation, and you're like, why do you play set rotation? You only have 1 field spell. It's because I play 2 Mystic Mine. Don't hate me for this. I only used it like once at the tournament on Thursday, so it's not that broken. There's so many ways to out this, especially with Eldritch. This card is becoming more and more less prevalent because you can just conk out of it. But I played it because if you lose the dice roll, set rotation acts as another terraforming, so it's another way to to turn your opponent's board off or force a negate. That's basically the whole goal, is to just force a negate, because I'm tired of, you know, playing against like multiple negate boards and stuff and not being able to play the game. And you can do it in this deck because of the fact that you have 15 1-card combos. So it's just nice to have another way to out a board. So that's it for the main deck. I believe it's 41. I could be wrong. 41 or 44. It's in there somewhere.
They'll let us know.
They'll let us know. The comment section will let us know. But either way, it's very solid, very consistent. You know, I didn't brick once. So, but it's kind of hard to brick when you play, you know, 15 1-card starters. It's half your deck. So let's get into the extra deck. For the best card in the entire extra deck, we play triple Meow Meow.
Meow Meow.
Some people play 2. I like 3, and I will stay at 3 for now until I decide to take 1 out for something else. But I think 3 is solid. 2 Dodos, because you can always put it back with place and plan, so you don't really need to run more than 2. He's your searcher. 2 Bow Bows. I've seen a lot of people play 1. I like 2. Again, he's what helps you push for games sometimes. He also gets you stuff back into your hand. 2 rocket rides. I like playing 2 because of instant fusion and all your polys you play. So it's always nice to just have another target. I only play 1 weather washer. You only really go into him when you're trying to do the bow wow weather washer loop on your opponent's turn. But other than that, he can help you push for game, or he can be the one that pushes for game. Because when he's on the field and he attacks and print kids attack, your opponent can't activate anything. So it's basically it's an ancient gear. So he's just nice to have because he brings back 2 that can't be destroyed by battle. So it just allows you to go off on your turn again. I play the 1 Battle Butler. I don't like more than 1. I think he's fine at 1 because you can put him back. I think it's arguably blah, blah, blah. I can't say the word.
Yeah, you never run out of resources, really.
No, you really don't. And unless your opponent really is paying attention to what your deck's doing, they most of the time will miss the effective plan or place that puts everything back for you. So it allows you to play the game a second time, basically. The last Print Kid monster in the extra deck is Rip Roaring Roaster. A lot of people don't like this card. A lot of people don't play it from what I've noticed. I still like to play it. He is a Harpy's Feather Duster. I think he's fantastic to be able to go up against a back row deck and blow their shit up twice in the same turn. It's fantastic. And I said, oh, you're playing Eldritch? Okay, cool. Wipe it once. In phase effect. Okay, cool. Let me do it again. And it's just nice. For the non-print kids, I play the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, just out Floodgates. You can take it out for something else if you want. Access code to help you push for game. He's boss monster. He's the best boss monster, Link monster right now. Outspiral Sword. Then Toad, because you can make him this deck for free. And you can make him your 4th summon so you don't get Nibiru'd. And if they attempt to Nibiru, you can just take Nibiru and obviously, set it to your side of the field. So. Onto the side deck. Now again, side deck, personal preference. Everybody plays their side deck differently. This is what works for my locals right now. I play 3 Kaijus. These 2 would be Gamma Seals, but I only have 1.
So why do you prefer Kaijus over Alpha?
Over Alpha?
Yeah.
Well, at the time, I didn't have Alphas. I have Alphas now. Thanks to you and some other people, I have Alphas now. But at the time, I didn't have them in side deck and everything, and so I played the Kaiju. And another reason I like the Kaiju sometimes, actually, I believe Kaiju sometimes is better than Alpha, because if you have, and it's come up a couple times, it's actually how I won my very last round. At his, my previous in phase, he would Sanguine and get the Goldie Boy, and then on his turn, he had Goldie Boy, and he had set Conk at his in phase. So it's a live Conk. So the moment I would summon, Alpha, he would just Conk it, and I can't bounce anything. With the Kaiju, just Gamma Seal the Goldie Boy, and his Conquistador is turned off. It's just dead at that point. So sometimes depending on the circumstances, I feel like this is better, because your opponent can't respond to this.
Right.
They can respond to Alpha. They cannot respond to the Kaiju. So, even with Dragoon, yes, it baits the Dragoon negate with Alpha, but Alpha can still be stopped by Dragoon. This can't be stopped by Dragoon, because you can just tribute the Dragoon. 3 Lightning Storms. You asked me this right before we did the video. Why do I like Lightning Storm over at Cosmic or something? It forces a negate. My biggest goal with my side deck is I'm going to make you waste your board so I can just punch you. I'm going to make you waste all your resources. And then with back row decks, this forces your back row. All of it at once. You have to use it or it's all gone. Or I'll make you waste it at a time where you don't want to. So, it's a good card. But for cheaper, budget players, because I have a lot of expensive cards, but believe it or not, I am a budget player. I've slowly grown my collection to trade up to this point. Cosmic's definitely a solid option over this. If you can't afford Storms, play Cosmic. Cosmic works just fine. 3 Dark Ruler No More. People are wondering probably why I play this and Droplets in the main. Just another card to see to out your opponent's board. I would see this in Droplets, and then I would just do this, and set the droplets, and I still have an interruption on my opponent's turn. So it's just another way so you don't have to, waste everything in one turn. Just remember, with Dark Ruler No More, with Prank Kids, if you use this card, you cannot use Lampsey's effect. You cannot burn your opponent to special a Prank Kid, because they take no damage. So anybody new that sees this that wants to try to play the deck, if you play Dark Ruler, you cannot use Lampsey's effect the same turn. Triple Lancia. I think this is like standard. This has been standard for like the last 12 formats.
Yeah,
in side deck.
So
Lancia has never not been in a side deck right now. He's so good. Turns off Dinos for a turn. Says no to Conductor. Says no to Orchists.
Pauses mutants.
Pauses mutants. For the one guy at our locals that plays it. Shout out to JD.
Shout out JD.
It pauses a lot of decks actually. Virtual World can't go off with this card. Eldritch can't get all the resources in one turn with this card. I'm trying to think. An Infernoble can't extend as far. What's the other deck I'm trying to think? Dragon Link can't go ham all the way. They can still go pretty good. Dragon Link's still pretty solid. That was my last round. Was Rocket Eldritch against Ivan. That was an interesting match. The last three cards, one Harpy's Feather Duster, obviously it's off ban list, why not? And two Evenly. Now, I was thinking about dropping the Harpies for the third Evenly, but I kind of like the ratio just like this. It's solid. I could take a Lightning Storm for the third Evenly, but...
Forget your back row.
Forget your back row entirely. Evenly's really good too against random rogue decks, like Unchained and stuff like that appear up out of nowhere. Because it doesn't destroy, it just banishes everything face down. It leaves your opponent with very little resources. This is very good against Eldritch too, because it wastes all your shit. So, that's it for the side deck. That's it for everything, actually.
Cool. And then you're going to play that tomorrow too, so we're going to have some good footage against that?
Yes, I will play it tomorrow. Maybe we'll face each other tomorrow, because I'm sure you'll be there.
I hope not.
You hope not?
I guess I'd rather play you than JD's mutant stuff again, because I can't.
You can't play against that?
I can't play against you.
Oh, you'll get it. Like I said, stop his normal summon. That's normally where
I got to put all the hand traps back in. I took all the hand traps back out. I just went for destruction, and I destroyed 2-3 things every turn to pause him. But it all came back because all the stuff.
The deck it all floats,
it floats
from everywhere too, and it's very solid. I do like it. Because he plays the Dogmatica mutants too, which is very interesting.
So he can send other mutants to the grave to use for fusions for more mutants. It's crazy.
It is crazy, but other than let's see, what was my matchups Thursday was round 1 was Austin. I played Austin round 1, so it's the Numeron Eldritch Dragoon, which I walked into that one kind of we were playtesting for 2 hours before we went to the shop, so I kind of knew every card in his deck, but at the same time. I was worried because it's a very control heavy deck and he plays ghost spells, ashes, and everything. So if he hit my normal summon, it really hurt.
Yeah.
Round 2, I played against Invoke Dogmatica, which droll, and then he lost in time to me by Dropsies because on my turn I Dark Rulered, so I couldn't burn him. So I just did Dropsies effect, made the Butler and Toad and passed, and on his turn. He attempted to start doing stuff, and I butlered, and then I had to Toad his Macabre, I think. Yeah, because he attempted to negate the Butler. And then I had a Pandemonium set, so as soon as he went to do something, I just Pandemonium to make Weather Washer just to have a wall and to get an extra 1,000. Just so that way, in time, he would.
Yeah, so it's you ended up with 10,000 life points.
10,000 life points to his fucking
7,000, I think.
65.
It was a big difference.
There's about a 3K difference.
Yeah, because I remember walking in right on the end of that, and I'm like, oh, there's you guys are in time 30 seconds when life points are 3K different.
It's prank. When you see somebody normal summon a Prank Kid, you're just like, fuck. I have 2 options. I have to hurry up and beat him. Or I have to just make sure that, I go to scoop phase because, you're going to lose in time. Prank Kids are one deck that they thrive in going into time, and they're very grindy, so they can force it. Because Bow Wow makes things that can't be destroyed by card effects, and Butler makes things that can't be destroyed by battle. So you just literally make a wall so your opponent can't kill you for the turn. Like at one point against Dingus, I had 5 monsters all in a row in defense. So he couldn't attack anything. And if he did, nothing went anywhere. Or I didn't take any damage at all, so I wasn't losing in time. Round 3 was Dingus, which he was playing Troop Dupe Scoop for all you older players who know who that is, what that is. It's the normal any machine monster, and you literally just OTK your opponent with one monster because you just dropped like limiter. So you just make a really big dude. They're all light machines too, so it's like honest. I watched this dude take this deck to a regional, and I don't know why he made it so far. The deck is dummy. This dummy caught off people off guard. And final round. Let's see, that was round 1, round 2. Yeah, round 3 was no. That was round 3. Round 4 was the Rocket Eldritch, which luckily game 1 he bricked really bad. He opened up all 5 rocket pieces out of the 6 rocket pieces in the deck.
Wow.
So game 2 I won again because he just saw Eldritch. He didn't see any rockets. So it was essentially just Eldritch versus Prank Kids, and at that point Prank Kids will win. Prank Kids out-resource them. I think Prank Kids are one of the best decks right now going into this format too. With the new stuff coming out of the new set, I'm not entirely sure where the format's going to be setting at. I do know for you guys, I'm working on the Glads. I might go back to pure Glads. I don't know. I like the Tri-Brigade engine, but I just feel like it's getting too big. It's kind of cutting out certain parts of Glads that I don't want it to. So we'll see where that goes. And one of probably the first video we upload to my channel when we get everything started. Sam's working on all the background stuff. Will probably be the newest update of the Gladiator Beast deck profile.
That'll be a good intro for the video.
Either that or we'll show off my Glad Beast collection that's in my bag.
Hey, that's good.
But other than that, I think that's probably it. That's all I have to say.